The fancy gowns, the emotional speeches, the standing ovations? No, it's the absolute chaos that happens live on stage when things go terribly, hilariously wrong. From cringe-worthy blunders to jaw-dropping moments that had everyone talking, we're diving into the biggest disasters in award show history, the ones that left celebrities speechless and the audience gasping. So, grab some popcorn and let's relive the most shocking, awkward, and downright legendary award show fails. Will Smith's infamous slap at the 2022 Oscars. We obviously have to start with the slap the moment that sent shockwaves across the world. At the 94th Academy Awards, comedian Chris Rock took the stage to present the award for Best Documentary. As part of his routine, he made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's shaved head, saying, "Jada, I love you G.I. Jane too. Can't wait to see it." The joke was referencing the 1997 film G.I. Jane, where Demi Moore sported a shaved head. But what Rock probably didn't realize was that Jada suffers from alopecia, a medical condition that leads to hair loss. Initially, Will Smith laughed at the joke, but when he saw Jada rolling her eyes and clearly unimpressed, something inside him snapped. Smith marched onto the stage, slapped Rock across the face, and casually walked back to his seat. The audience sat in stunned silence, unsure if it was a scripted bit or a real-life meltdown. Any doubts were erased when Smith, now back in his seat, angrily yelled, "Keep my wife's name out your bleat mouth." Not once, but twice. Later that night, Smith won Best Actor for King Richard and delivered a tearful acceptance speech, apologizing to the Academy and his fellow nominees, but not to Chris Rock. This moment went down as one of the most shocking in Oscars history, leading to debates on live television etiquette, celebrity privilege, and of course, the best memes of 2022. The 2017 Oscars Best Picture mix-up. The wrong winner is announced. If you thought one of Hollywood's biggest nights couldn't get any more chaotic, enter the greatest envelope mix-up of all time. At the 89th Academy Awards, Hollywood legends Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway took the stage to announce the most prestigious award of the night, Best Picture. Beatty opened the red envelope, looked confused, hesitated, and then handed it to Dunaway, who confidently announced, "And the Oscar goes to La La Land." Cue the celebrations. The La La Land cast and crew rushed the stage, delivering heartfelt acceptance speeches, thanking their families and promising to make bold and diverse work. But something was off. A group of men wearing headsets suddenly appeared on stage, whispering among themselves, frantically checking the envelopes. And then, in a moment of pure chaos, La La Land producer Jordan Horowitz stepped forward, grabbed the mic, and dropped a bombshell. "Guys, I'm sorry, there's been a mistake. Moonlight, you guys won Best Picture. This is not a joke." The confusion was palpable. The audience gasped. The Moonlight cast hesitantly made their way on stage, unsure whether this was some cruel prank. So, what happened? Turns out, Warren Beatty had been handed the wrong envelope, the one for Best Actress, which had Emma Stone's name for La La Land. Beatty, confused, passed the card to Dunaway, who saw the movie title and simply read it out loud. Always double-check before making an announcement that will be broadcasted forever. Kanye West interrupts Taylor Swift at the 2009 Video Music Awards. Oh, you knew this one was coming. At the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards, 19-year-old Taylor Swift was having a fairy tale moment. She had just won Best Female Video for You Belong With Me and stepped on stage to give her heartfelt speech. And then, Kanye West happened. West stormed the stage, grabbed the mic right out of Swift's hands, and delivered one of the most infamous lines in pop culture history. "Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm let you finish. But Beyoncé had one of the best videos of all time." One of the best videos of all time. The audience was stunned. Swift stood frozen, mortified, unsure what to do. Even Beyoncé, sitting in the crowd, looked horrified. This moment sparked an ongoing feud between Swift and West that lasted for over a decade, involving diss tracks, public apologies, and one very messy phone call. Beyoncé later tried to fix the situation by bringing Taylor on stage when she won Video of the Year, allowing Swift to finish her speech. But the damage was already done. Kanye's Video Music Awards stunt is still one of the most awkward and talked about moments in award show history. Steve Harvey crowns the wrong Miss Universe, 2015. This was painful to watch. At the 2015 Miss Universe pageant, Steve Harvey confidently announced. And the new Miss Universe is Miss Colombia. The crowd erupted in cheers. Miss Colombia, Ariadna Gutierrez, was crowned, draped in a sash, and handed flowers. She basked in the moment, waving to the audience as tears of joy streamed down her face, and then chaos. Harvey walked back onto the stage looking like he had just seen a ghost. With pure regret in his voice, he nervously corrected himself. "I have to apologize, the first runner-up is Miss Colombia. Miss Philippines, you are the new Miss Universe." Cue utter confusion, gasps, and the most awkward, uncomfortable silence in live television history. Miss Colombia stood frozen, realizing her dream had just been snatched away on live TV. The crown was then physically removed from her head and placed on Miss Philippines, Pia Wurtzbach. Harvey later profusely apologized, blaming a last-minute script change that led to the error. But the internet never forgets, and this moment became one of the most viral fails ever. Honorable mentions: more award show fails that had us crying. Jennifer Lawrence's Oscars fall, 2013. One of the most memorable award show moments happened when Jennifer Lawrence tripped on her way up the stairs while accepting her Oscar. Instead of letting the awkward moment get to her, she handled it with humor, joking, "You guys are only giving me a standing ovation because I fell." The audience erupted in laughter, making it a charming, unforgettable mishap. John Travolta butchers Idina Menzel's name, 2014. The world collectively cringed when John Travolta introduced Idina Menzel as Adele Dazeem at the 2014 Oscars. The confusion on people's faces was priceless, as nobody knew who he was referring to. The blunder became an instant meme, and Idina later got her revenge by introducing Travolta as Glon Gizingo at a later event. Sofia Vergara's Revolving Pedestal, 2014 Emmys. In a bizarre attempt at humor, the Emmys placed Sofia Vergara on a rotating platform like a showroom model, while an executive delivered a speech. While some found it amusing, many viewers were outraged, calling it sexist and outdated. The backlash online was swift, proving that not all award show jokes land as intended. Sean Spicer's awkward Emmy cameo, 2017, the joke that flopped hard. If there's one thing Hollywood loves, it's a redemption arc. But sometimes people just aren't ready to forgive and forget, and that's exactly what happened when former White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer made a surprise appearance at the 2017 Emmy Awards. Both Stephen Colbert was cracking jokes about making that year's Emmys the most watched ever, when suddenly, Spicer himself rolled onto the stage, standing behind a podium eerily similar to the one Melissa McCarthy used to parody him on Saturday Night Live. With the confidence of someone who totally didn't lie to the entire country, Spicer declared, "This will be the largest audience to witness an Emmy, period, both in person and around the world." The reference to his infamous exaggeration about Trump's inauguration crowd size might have been funny, except Hollywood wasn't laughing. Stars like Seth Rogen, James Corden, and Kal Penn tweeted their absolute disgust that Spicer was being given a platform to redeem himself with a joke. To make things even worse, later that night, Spicer was spotted at the Netflix after-party, surrounded by celebrities because, of course, nothing says "I regret nothing" quite like partying with the same industry you once criticized. While some found his appearance amusing, most of Hollywood wasn't buying it, and this attempt at humor is now remembered as one of the biggest misfires in award show history. And that, my friends, is why award shows are the gift that keeps on giving, not for the trophies, but for the absolute chaos that unfolds live on stage. If you enjoyed this roller coaster of embarrassment, smash that like and hit subscribe. And hey, drop a comment below which award show disaster do you think was the most cringe-worthy. Until next time, stay fabulous, avoid public slaps, and remember, always double-check the envelope.